Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your May reading. So let's get into the astrology a little bit because we have a lunar eclipse taking place in this month in the sign of Scorpio. That's on the 5th of the month. We had a solar eclipse in Aries on the 20th or the 21st of April. I have made zodiac specific readings for that. If you have not checked it out, you can do so. And I will be making zodiac specific readings for this upcoming eclipse as well. So make sure you stay tuned to that. I'm not going to get too in depth about what the effects of this eclipse would be, but it does bring about some sort of closure and a turning point. Some things might be, letting go of old habits, and stagnancies are being shaken up with this eclipse for every zodiac actually. And they can bring about fateful changes through these eclipses, which play out in the coming 4 to 6 months to complete fruition. On the 1st of the month, we have Pluto going retrograde. It was here in Aquarius direct for a month after first entering into it at the very end of March. So now we already have some things that we need to take a deeper look into when it comes into Aquarius and is also going retrograde. We have to rethink and redo certain types of education, relationships with siblings, or power struggles, any transportation or communication related activities that have cropped up in the month of April. We can also be looking into different ways of approaching the world. Perhaps we want to go for some humanitarian causes, and we're trying to think about how we can make a change and a difference ourselves, okay? And that also includes surrounding yourself with the community that is going to be supportive of your new ventures, basically. Then on the 7th of the month, we have Venus entering Cancer, and this is a maternal zodiac, and Venus is quite comfortable over here. She brings lots of blessings from the home and the family environment, but it can also indicate that they are going through some sort of up level, some type of lifestyle upgrade, especially the maternal side of your family as well. But it also brings in emotional sense of fulfillment and blessings when she is transiting this particular sign. Let me see. So this would be in your 11th house, right? Let me guess. No, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking for the one with Virgo rising. Sorry about that. So this Venus transit is going to be affecting your 8th house, and that's about your intimate life. Also taxes, investments, loans, things like that. So there can be some blessings that come in from your shared resources and finances that, or even other resources actually that you have in partnership with another. This can be like your roommates splurging a little bit more on the house, and you don't have to pay for certain things, or you're getting some sort of bonuses from like governments and subsidies and things like that. And if you are in an institution of sorts, then you can be getting some extra funding in some way as well, especially later down the month or around the 20th of May. We have Mars moving into Leo, and that is your 9th house of research and institutions, big thinking, future vision, and so on. So there can be a lot of activity that you're taking for your future. Okay, so resources through research institutions and education pursuits and so on can bring in a lot of expansion, passion, and growth as well. Okay. Now backing up slightly, on the 15th we have Mercury going direct. It was retrograde from the 21st of April. It is now going direct on the 15th, and it will come out of the shadow zone by the 31st of the month. So if you have some big expenses and big changes to make, maybe you sit on it a little bit, and by the 19th or the 20th you can make future steps. Okay, it's as though we just have woken up when a planet turns direct. So it's not really ready to pounce on the next topic immediately. So give yourself some space, take in information. It's still a nice time to go ahead with plans, so it's not like you have to push anything or delay anything anymore. You might have the necessary information coming to you, and things are just starting to become a little bit more clear. And this is in your 6th house, so if you want to establish like new routines or change your lifestyle in some way, you might find the right resources or information, and also the equipment can come in if that's something needed, in order to make that a reality for you, basically. And Taurus is all about the tangible world, so it can be related with financial gains and freedom, and also things you literally have to establish. In terms of your work and your just 9 to 5, your daily occupation and the way that you come to service in the world, this can talk about something becoming a lot more clear as well, some health returning too. Perhaps you're able to manage certain things in the work much more smoothly because everyone's there and they're being supportive, or you can just, ask someone for help, and that just comes through a lot easier beyond the 15th. Now on the 16th we have Jupiter moving into that sign again in Taurus in your 6th house, and that's on the 16th, right after Mercury turns direct. So there's a lot of energy that's building up in Taurus here. So there can be an expansion in your work situation. There can be opportunities that come in, perhaps some calls that you have made, applications you've made to get a new job, or a different opportunity to open up for you is coming through here. There can be some new projects as well that come into your vicinity, and you're really interested to follow up on that because either it's financially lucrative or it helps you achieve your goals in some other way. And there can be a lot of support as well that you get from your coworkers and employees if you have them as well. On the 19th, we have a new moon in Taurus, same house. So there is a new beginning in your health and lifestyle. Perhaps you're picking up a book and you're deciding to finish that, see it through in some way, and that is helping benefit your mentality, your physical health and well-being, your sense of vitality and stability in the world as well. Like I mentioned, on the 20th we have Mars moving into Leo. The shadow sides of this is that overestimation of self, overconfidence in some way, or too much activity and too much expansion can happen here, which can feel like a great moment of pride, but can also become a little bit too much and feel like a burnout situation, like too much extroversion, for example. But the positive side is that you can make strong moves, you can solidify the resolutions that you have, the plans that you have are coming out into fruition, and you can take up a leadership role of sorts that is more satisfying and fulfilling for you. On the 21st, we have the zodiac season shifting. The sun moves from Taurus to Gemini. So we have focus coming up in your 7th house of partnerships. There can be a lot of relationship conversations that you're having, or you're thinking about what exactly you want in a partner, shifting your mentality regarding partnerships and the types of relationships that you want to cultivate. This does not strictly have to be romantic, although it is heavily a part of it, but there can be one-to-one relationships that you keep, like your close friendships, your business partnerships, or client relationships as well. Just think about whoever you speak to one-to-one. Quite often they would fall under this category. Also, there can be some new beginnings that's taking place in other people's lives, and you get to know about it, and you're in a position to give advice, but their blessings and clarity also has an impact on you. So the things they realize that they want in a partner is then going to directly affect you, for example. You can also think about like shared ideas and beliefs, and you could think a little bit long term of do we want to live like this or that? Major decisions is coming up here. Okay, so let's get into your tarot. We have Oneness is my true nature as the oracle of the month. Your first major highlight is new job or career. Awesome. Okay, so new job or career. We have Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. I've never gotten this card, but I see this and I'm feeling a cheeky vibe, Then we have the third major highlight as you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Well, the arrow represents Sagittarius, right? There's an archer pulling back an arrow ready to launch the moment it sets its sight on something very purposeful. So all the ninth house activity that's taking place in Leo, that is Mars moving in there, and later on Venus is going to come in, and it's just going to kind of have a carryover effect to kind of push you along your journey in general, whatever it is that is in your future vision. So this is right up your alley, because ninth house is where Sagittarius is naturally placed. Okay, you understand the concepts of this house, and Leo being here is just giving you that extra push and boost. And it's a fellow fire sign, so regardless of the busyness or the possibilities that are approaching, you're able to take advantage of them in a very balanced manner, I would say, or you're very excited about everything that is to come here. So I think this is talking about you launching yourself in a very focused manner in something that is very exciting for you, even if it might be a little bit of a risk. We'll see the cards. I think that's what he's talking about, but it's like a new job or a new opportunity, something that you might not have tried before, but you have wanted to, something of that sort. We have the distraction of shiny things. This corresponds to the devil energy and also Capricorn. We have creator air, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And we have lead your metamorphosis, which is that Scorpio eclipse. That's on the 5th of the month. Okay, so this creator air again can talk about the conversations you're having one-to-one. Perhaps you're like partnering up with someone and you're thinking about, are they in this for the long haul? Are they someone who gets distracted easily? Can you like learn from one another? Join forces to achieve common goals and interests and things like that. You're thinking long term, basically. Even the arrow here is like launching into something big, right? It's not like the apple is right here and you just shoot it. It just doesn't make sense. So you're thinking about these bigger topics for yourself, for your career, your life in general, and anybody that is involved in your life. We have the 6 of Cups coming up here. This is a very feel-good vibe, but also an air of nostalgia could be part of this month. We have 9 of Cups, some wish coming through from the past. We have 6 of Pentacles, financially in flow. We have the Page of Wands, and we have the 10 of Wands. It feels as though you like many things, or like you have a lot of things going on and you can't really drop one or the other. There's not too much scope to let go of everything, but I think you're dealing with it quite well. You are a mutable sign, so you can take care of many different things at the same time, but I feel like you want to be focused on one thing that is absolutely exciting for you. So even if you're adept at dealing with a lot of responsibilities, you might be looking into where you can add a little bit more flexibility, take a bit of a break, relax on the beach or something, if that's possible for you, to kind of refresh yourself. Okay, so perhaps leaving a job for a day, like you're taking a vacation for a day and you do that spontaneously, that might be something risky for you, because you're doing that in favor of having a nice time and spending time with your friends and other loved ones and so on. Or it might be that you're booking an expensive vacation, or you're doing this very short term, so you have to pay a little bit extra, but you think that this is absolutely worth it and you absolutely deserve this bit of a break. Okay, reconnecting with old friends that you have lost touch with, that can be coming through here too. Some conversations, which is very easy flowing. The past is making more sense, so if you have any unresolved issues with your exes or old friends with like falling out and things like that, then there can be some conversation there that resolves things. But of course that is depending on you, like are you opening the door to the past or not? That kind of is based on that. But apart from that, it can still talk about some career wishes, for example, you've had, or some other manifestation that you've made in the past that is coming through over here. And I think this can come about in the first 2 weeks itself, but you're like ready to launch and take action on it like later down the month here, especially when Mars comes into Leo. In terms of relationships, I think you're still like being reached out by many different people, and you might have to deal with many types of relationships. So that can distract you a little bit from the focus. But apart from that, seriously, everything looks very harmonious and smoothly flowing, because we have the 2 6s as well, which says, things are blissful. You feel a sense of peace and fulfillment, growth, and just you're kind of adapting to everything that is coming in here. I will say that with the 10 of Wands, if it gets too heavy, you can ask for help. I think help is there, but you feel as though you need to do everything, or that it's on you. So perhaps you're hesitant to ask for help. But if you do, there are some people who can help you out, or at least give you the space to complete your priorities, right? So communicate as best as you can, because the more you do, the more open you keep things, it's just going to get easier for other people to understand you as well, okay? Now, there are some changes happening with the eclipse here, like I said, but with the lead, your metamorphosis, you're the one creating this change, okay? You are liberating yourself. If some job is just taking too much of your time and effort, but it's not really giving you enough, except, maybe one priority, but you have all these 10 million wishes that really can be fulfilled by any other option, then you're like, this is it, I have to make a change here. This is too much. I want to do something that gives me more free time, still pays me well, but it helps me prioritize things that I'm passionate about. So you're making plans, you're setting that wish, and you're kind of taking action as well as the month progresses. Wow, okay. And of course, you're making some sort of financial decision. Maybe you're doing some sort of calculation if it's even viable for you to shift jobs at this time. That again is going to be in the first half of the month, but as you progress, eventually you decide that yes, you can go for a different option, or you can try a different arrangement with your existing company or institution, or whatever it is that you do here. Even in terms of relationships, like if someone is taking up too much of your time, you can kind of agree to meet like once a week, or spread the conversations out a little bit more, so that every time that you do meet is going to be a lot more special as well. So apply it into your situation as it does. It again is all about priorities and you being in the center of it, okay? You're trying to consolidate these many different aspects of life into a very harmonious balance within your day, basically. So the oneness as my true nature is like, I do enjoy friends, I do enjoy my partner, and I do like my job, or like I want to like my job, and I'm happy with my finances and my family and even my own personal growth. But if anything is taking up too much, you're trying to tone that down, and anything that's not being prioritized enough, you're kind of up leveling it or providing the resources to make it happen. Okay, so overall balance is something you're striving here. Okay, so let's get you your astro dice. See what else we get for Sagittarius in the month of May. We have the South Node, Capricorn, and the 10th house. There could be an authority figure that is leaving, or like you have been owed, you already have the skills to be a leader, and you've had to climb the ranks and things like that, but it's something that is owed to you only just because you're like very skilled and experienced and you can absolutely take care of it. So that can indicate that someone leaving, or you like up leveling in your career is going to add a little bit of responsibility that makes like some other parts of your life, I'm not going to say struggle, but like it takes a back seat for a temporary period of time until you decide that just cannot happen. Okay, yeah, so South nodes are like something that comes from the past, something owed to you. It just comes in, the skills that you inherently have, you're showcasing, you're displaying, you're like practicing your skills as a leader. This also indicates that some goals and intentions that you have set for yourself in the past is coming to fruition. And when I did mention Capricorn with the distraction of shiny things, So yeah, it is likely that your career and your just everyday goal setting and achieving those things is taking up a little bit extra time than your other parts of life. Okay, so if you want that, then that's absolutely perfect. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's really situation dependent. Okay. One more, please. Once more for Sagittarius for the month of May. We have Virgo, Venus, and the 12th house. You're definitely getting some blessings and guidance from the background, from the spiritual realm. You have a lot of support. You can hear some sort of good news, or you have a feeling that's just very pleasant. It can be that, yes, this job feels right to me, or this coworker is just perfect for me. I know that we are absolutely going to get along. This project resonates with me. I'm able to come off service. I can help the greater good. I can be more spiritually connected. Things like that, you know. There can also be some messages and practical guidance that come in from the other realms that makes you feel very secure wherever you're going, and that itself can be such an encouraging message that comes in, especially when we have a lot going on, to just know that our wishes are coming and that the manifestations we've made is coming into fruition here. That itself is just so encouraging, isn't it? And even when times are a little bit hectic, hearing that this is temporary, or you have a feeling that this is going to just get over, is just the initial phase of learning something new, or etc. That can be quite relaxing in itself, right? Well, okay. Do take time to care for you though. Okay, however busy you are, try to squeeze in a little bit of self-care. Because that can do wonders, right? Work out, eat well, take a walk, do some mindfulness exercises, meditation, whatever it is that works for you. Try it out, and that itself will be a very grounding experience throughout the month. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarians. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonates and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.